I'm Eric. I'm a music producer based in the UK, and I mostly specialise in making soundtracks for people who make YouTube videos and corporate style videos, really. And today I'm going to run through an example commission, and this is to make a short track about 3.5 minutes long for a dramatic scene. So let's get into it. So we will be talking through the production of this track. If you want to hear the track uninterrupted, then I'll play the whole track at the end of the video. Also, near the end of the video, I'm going to be giving you top 5 tips if you are a music producer and you'd be interested in producing this type of music yourself. I'll give you some tips on how to get into the market and how to monetize this kind of music. The person that commissioned this track asked for some background music to a scene they were developing for a YouTube video, and there's quite a lot of narration in the YouTube video, so they wanted this to not have too much of a heavy snare beat in it, because that would have disrupted the vocals. So they wanted something which was quite industrial. In fact, what I'll do now is I'll just pop up the specification that they gave us for this track. What would also say is this track they purchased our bronze, or sorry, my bronze, because it's only me, my bronze package, which is a fairly basic package. It's 3 or 4 hours worth of my time, and during that time I'll select the samples, I'll put together the composition ideas, and then I'll record the track using this tool here on my tablet device, which is Remix Live. I will make sure that the samples are all sample cleared, so that when the person does load this up onto their YouTube video, that they don't get any strikes, and that they are able to monetize their videos. My bronze package costs £80 for a track, or if you are US based, that'll be at 100 USD. I also have silver packs and gold packs, which include a lot more detail. They include exclusivity on the ownership of the track, and also a lot higher level of mixing and mastering, and providing stems for all the individual tracks as well. I do the same thing with corporate videos as well, because sometimes they find their way onto YouTube, and the last thing the corporation wants is to find that the video has been pulled because of any music that I produced for them. So I'll produce the track, and I will verify that YouTube has all the samples cleared before I provide it to the customer. It's important for this kind of music that you do have different sections with different variations, because the videographer will want to cut up your audio to use in different places in their video. So having different themes and different sections of the track is really important. let's go to the tips and tricks part. This is very different than making music, say, for Spotify. If you're making your own music for Spotify, you may be looking to make 10, 12 tracks for an album to release on Spotify, where with Sync Music, we're looking to make generic music to support a video of some kind, and we're looking to make at least 200 tracks before we start to see any income, really. So if you're typically taking 5 days to make some of your own music for an album, then you'd be looking to reverse that really and make at least 5 tracks a day for sync music. So here's the first tip for making sync music. Always start off with a brief in mind. Now, generally, when you're making for a sync library, you don't know who the customer is going to be, what they're going to use the video for. But it's important in your mind that you have a scenario in mind, you have a video in mind, and then you make the track to that video. So my second tip is not to spend a huge amount of time on sample selection or developing your own sounds for sync music, because really we are looking to produce a couple of hundred tracks. If you need to do that, say, in a 3 to 6 month period to start generating some income, then developing your own samples is probably not the way to go. You won't have enough hours in the day to do that. And the third tip is to make sure that you produce a range of music. Now, you as an individual have a preference for a certain style of music. However, when you're looking to make 200 tracks, you don't really want to make 200 tracks within exactly the same genre with a similar feel, because what you're looking to do is broaden your audience, really. So making different types of music for different types of scenarios, always having that video in mind of who's going to buy the track and what they're going to use it for. So my fourth tip is about selecting the right sync library. Now, there are many, many sync libraries out there. And if you are starting out, I would pick one of the larger sync libraries with a broad audience before you find a niche. And at that point, when you've got a body of work, you can approach some of the more specialist sync libraries who might work harder, shall we say, to try and get you placements on different videos. And my fifth tip is to ensure that your music always plays the supporting role. The lead should be played by the video that your music is supporting. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe.